Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. I'm here today to share with you an idea for a vessel. I have created this fabric vessel before and I love how this turned out. I use it as my scrap thread throwaway bin by my bed. So it's like a little garbage can. And I love how the embroidery pieces are like old-fashioned embroidery, but I also love these folded pleats that have the stitching wrapped around it. So I thought, well, I had a brainwave. I have tons of doilies. This is probably nothing new. This probably exists, but it's a brainwave to me. So this is what I have done. I have created, here, I can take this wool mat off. Here, I'm gonna stand up here. Okay, on a piece of wool. This is beautiful, beautiful wool. On a piece of wool, I cut a square so that a doily, my prized doilies, yes, it's stained because it's old. My stained old doily. It's clean, it's just stained. And I hand stitched, I'm not all finished. On the back, I've hand stitched the center circle. And then I went up maybe 2 rows of the crocheting and I tacked it on until it's all tacked on. It's not quite all done. I still have 1 row to do. But I wanted to share this with you and share what I'm going to do. I'm making fabric vessels out of these. I think I'm gonna leave it square here to give myself some really cool design features. I cut this one. Lisa, you're gonna get this one when it's done. So what am I gonna do? I am going to, this is tacked on. A doily is tacked onto a piece of wool. This is substantial. And it's soft, you can put your project in it and off you go. So it's like a project bowl or a nesting bowl or a nest as Kate would say. So, and where are we here? What am I gonna do? I was gonna show you. So this is the outside. And on the, or outside or inside, I haven't decided. It could be reversible. So what I'm going to do, like with, this one might be easier to see. A doily has usually repeating patterns. So if I pick up this, and on this seam, this little seam, I'm going to do an overcast stitch like that. So bottom line is, I'm going to have, by doing 2 inches of stitching here, 2 inches down here like this, and I'm just going to overstitch it. It's going to squeeze these ends up. Oops, it's actually going to be squeezed this way, outward. It's hard to do when you're standing. So in other words, every couple of inches, I'm going to be squeezing it up. So eventually I'll get a bowl shape. That's how you get the bowl shape. And on the inside, before I do that, I am going to lay down. I made a whole bunch of snippet roll pieces that have to be stitched yet. So instead of stitching them right now, I thought, this might be a good idea for me to use these. So I'm just going to be laying these down and stitching it through the wool, and that'll be covering my inside of my vessel. And I'm going to do this all the way around like that until I get the whole inside covered. And something like that. Anyway, that's the plan. And that way it'll be beautifully covered on the inside and on the outside. And as I progress, so instead of me just making snippet rolls like this, I'm using my snippet rolls to create a beautiful, is that pinned? Yes, it is. I have all these pinned here. So I have a fair bit here that I recycled from previous fabrics, and I just stitched them together. And I'm going to be making fabric vessels. This has a circle bottom and a rectangle for the vessel. This is going to be a rounded vessel, and you get rounded by pleating it this way, and it comes up. Pleating it this way, that way, that way. And I'm just going to be stitching, just folding it like this, and just doing that overcast stitch, just like this line here, to create it. So I just wanted to share with you my brainwave for some vessels. That's one way I get to use up my wonderful wool, my doilies, and my snippet strips. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye for now.